In Project 2-4, we will look at how to get help with Linux commands. You may remember the name of a command, but forget how to use the command. Using the command man, followed by the command, will bring up the manual on the screen. We will also cover the info command for help with built-in bash keywords. Let's go to our Oracle Linux virtual machine and use our Control-Alt F5 key. Log in as root with pass1234 as the password. We will now look up the manual for the cron command. Cron is a task scheduler for Unix systems. Type in man space -k space cron. Press enter. If cron says nothing appropriate, we may need to update the manual database by typing in man db and pressing enter. You may not have needed to do that step if your previous command worked. I'm going to use my up arrow key twice to bring back the man-k cron. I will hit enter. This time I get output. ManDB is only needed if you did not get this output the first time. We see that there are 9 entries, only one of which is cron by itself. The others are commands that have cron within the name. Let's look at the cron tab. Notice there are 4 different cron tab commands. So type man space cron tab and press enter. Here we have the manual of the cron tab command. You'll notice at the top of the screen the synopsis. We see the command followed by options that can be added. Options that are surrounded with the hard brackets are optional and not required. You can scroll up and down with your arrow keys, or the page up and page down. You can also search for keywords. Type a /. Type the word listed. Press enter. Notice it will highlight and take you to the first listed. Press N to go to the next. Press P to go to the previous. Press Q to quit your search. Bringing up manual pages on the midterm or final is recommended. This is not cheating. It is built into the Linux system and you're using the resources that you're being taught in this class. Now let's type man-k space cron tab. Press enter. We see we have a cron tab 5. To bring up that page, man, the number 5, and the command cron tab. Press enter. I left the R out. I use my up arrow key to correct the misspelling. Pressing enter again. Now the manual page came up. Mistakes are common. You need to be able to recognize when you make a mistake and know that you can hit the up arrow key to bring up the previously typed command and correct your mistake. Use page up and page down. When you are finished, use Q to quit. Now let's type info on the screen and press enter. The info command will allow us to bring up help for built-in bash commands like date. Let's use Q. Now at the bottom of the screen, type info space date. Date is not a separate program. It is built within the bash shell. So the info command is needed for these commands. Brief information on how to use date. You can use Q for quit. Type the word help and press enter. This shows you all the built-in bash shell commands that you would need to use info to bring up information on them. At this point, you want to take a screenshot of your entire Oracle Linux screen and submit for this assignment. Once you've taken your screenshot, type power off and press enter. You are done with this week's assignments.